I just want to get your thoughts on how you saw the team defend today. I know it's always good to shut out, but also probably good to get one in the season and home opener.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about all through pre-season and towards the end of last year. You know, keeping clean sheets. If you keep a clean sheet or a shutout, then you only need one goal to score a game. It only takes one moment. So you only need to score one goal to win a game. Sorry, just takes that one moment. And today it came in the 90th minute with Chicha. So everyone's very happy with that for a start for sure.
And could you tell? I mean, over the preseason, have you noticed a different sort of attitude out of the group in front of you there along the line?
I don't know whether it's attitude. It's a bit more organisation, a bit more direction. The back four is definitely more active. We cover a lot more ground. We have midfielders in front that pick up second balls, and the way that we pressed today was very connected and very organised. And I thought Vic and Chicha did a great job of initiating those pressures, when to go, when not to go. And and it was a difficult game. The conditions were really difficult. The pitch was so dry. You know, it's not in great condition at the moment. And we kind of had to play the game and play the conditions a little bit, and we weren't maybe our free-flowing selves in possession. But then if you can't be that on a day, then you don't lose the game, and then you try and wait for a moment like we did wait for, and we got in the end with Chicha.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Sophie.
Hey Jonathan, congrats on the win. From what you could see from your position, it felt like New York didn't really trouble you much. It also felt like they were trying to master the dark arts of football today with a lot of play acting, and the referee didn't really allow the game to flow so much, which seemed to create some frustration in terms of the creativity part. From where you were standing in your position, what did you see? What did you think of the flow of the game?
There was no flow, really. The ref called a lot of fouls. I think he set the stall out early when, you know, once you give those small fouls, you kind of have to be consistent throughout, and which he was. But then kind of resulted in lots of free kicks around the pitch, and then it's difficult to restart and play how we want to play from a free kick, because the team just sets up. New York set up just to kind of set some traps and wait for us to pass the ball into midfield or back to me or wherever it was, and then you end up kind of hitting a longer ball and then picking up the second balls, and then there's another free kick, and again it was just very stop-start. So I just felt like we played the game and the conditions, we accepted them for what they were quite well, and we got rewarded for it in the end.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Next we'll go to Gio Garcia.
Hey, Jonathan, congrats on the victory. I know it's a big win to get to start the year off right. I wanted to ask a little bit more on that. When the flow of that game gets a little bit difficult like that, but I also noticed that you guys like to play from the back. You weren't really doing the long balls. Is that something you guys are trying to implement this year? It seemed like every time you guys would get fouled, you guys would just play it on the ground opposed to playing the ball in the air.
I mean, I thought we played quite a few balls in the air today, more than what we normally do. I think last season we were definitely playing out from the back team, and we played pretty much every time we had the opportunity. But yeah, the pitch is really was an issue today. I don't know if there's been quite a few games on it through the off season or what's happened there over the off season, but it definitely made it difficult for us to play how we want to play. And yeah, it was like things that we mentioned before about the referee stopping the game, very stop-start, and then it's just about kind of, you know, who's going to make the first mistake, who's going to come up with a moment of magic, and Chicha did that for us.
Next we'll go to Rodrigo Serrano. You're muted, Rodrigo.
Sorry. Jonathan, congrats on the win, and many will talk about Chicharito's goal. But I mean, you were key to keeping the Galaxy nil-nil with some key saves during the game. And I want to ask you, what does Raheem Edwards bring to the back line? We saw that he was very active on offense and defense, and in his first official game with the Galaxy.
I think Raheem's been great. He settled in so quickly. He has a lot of physical gifts. Physically, he's amazing. Gets up and down the line for us in attack and in defence, and very difficult to beat him one-on-one. He goes past people with the ball. He's an experienced guy, very good in the air. Really, he's it was his first game, but everyone knew what we were going to get from him anyway. We can see it through pre-season. He's an established professional, so it was kind of no surprise. And he's just going to be one of those consistent players for us, I hope, this season. And again, he'll be happy as the rest of us are with the shutout, with the clean sheet. Very happy for him.